Well, guys, we just had like the best accidental garbage day happen yet. We didn't even go out looking for garbage. We were helping a lady and her wife fix her hydronic boiler system. And they had a 1989 TV in the basement. And I said, hey, I would take some of that as payment. And she said, well, that was my teenage years TV. I thought about gutting it and making it into a bed, really attached to it. And I was like, okay, how about I take all the electronic bits out and I can make another TV with it or use the spare parts and you get to have the shell. And she really liked that idea. And then I noticed that they had 2 anvils in their front garden, and I thought, well, would you give me that as the rest of the payment? And they gave me both of them, not just one, because I was just thinking one. And on the side of the road, found this little battery, and decided to walk to it. And then, going around the same road, somebody just put these out. So we have, I thought that was a full one. It's been taken apart. I'll probably just scrap it. But this, it's a little air compressor with a little hose and a air filler upper. I think I probably won't want to run the compressor because I hate how they sound, but as air tanks, that's pretty useful. Before I went to get that though, where we parked was closer to these. So we have this little dehumidifier, which I've been having really good success repairing dehumidifiers. And then there was this next to it, which is some subwoofer or something. Definitive Technology Power Field Super Cube 2 subwoofer. I thought, okay, well that's kind of cool. It's not something you see every day, and it is heavy. And then on the way home, I said, I'm not picking up anything else unless it's like a Nintendo or a wood grain TV. But this was on the street. That is some good quality tooling. I've never owned one like this, I don't think. Yeah, sure enough, looks like I didn't. Cool. Man, this thing looks so 2003. Trying to figure out how to open it, and I think that's probably the problem. Oh yeah, R22. So it's definitely an older system. Waiting forever for this thing to turn back on. Oh, that's odd. I've never seen where it fills the top first. That's really fascinating. So then the liquid refrigerant runs down. Oh, that's very odd. All the ones that I've seen start with the bottom and fill it up. And you see it go through. So we do have refrigerant. I think I need to fix the fan on it, but I just need to clean it up. That's most of the issue. Okay, that was weird. I just got back cleaning the filter for the dehumidifier. I was looking for my brush to clean it off, and this just went pshh. I don't know. Ah. I saw there was dirt down here, and so it must have pushed that gas, that dirt out. Okay, so pressing it in turns it on. You might be having an instrumentation issue. Oof. That's hard to turn. think my brush is in the car, so I'll have to use this instead. And here's the filter, like after cleaned up. Okay. Oh, I bet it's right, this. Okay, that is actually dying, so I was able to get it apart enough to take this out. Well, we have 608 bearings. Thanks to my friend Mr. Melson giving me this pulley puller, or bearing puller, I can easily take off the old bearings and put them on just by gripping them. Yeah, there's a big difference. Up and, like, in this direction, they're fine, but in this direction, they have a crunchiness to them. Oh, man, the lead screw. Ah. Okay, well. Are you fucking kidding me? This is just not my day. I have a bit of a migraine, and I'm so sore. I took a lot of like Tylenol and stuff like that, but I can just tell it's just not my day. So I would not be operating any dangerous equipment today. Man, I've used 16 608 bearings in just the past month. That's kind of wild. It makes me think I'm kind of happy that I'm doing so many repairs, because each one, well, each set of two is a restoration. It's the front piece. It's the bucket. That's what it is. It is working.
Is it working well?
These things are kind of junky. So it turns out they put this on without any Teflon tape, and it was hissing out of there. And they had the pressure relief open with dirt stuck in it. That's enough of that
Yeah,
loud
please.
noise. Yeah. But it's at 80 psi. I guess I wonder how fast it should run. So the cylinder was all gunked up, and I cleaned it out, and I also cleaned out the reed valves. But I think honestly it wasn't. The person didn't have it connected up right. I did also grease it though, so the grease might be making it work better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna call that one like working. I need to get one of those things where you can like spray things out, because that'd be good for dusting off dusty circuit boards and stuff. I was just at the scrapyard today and I forgot. They have a whole row of these that they've saved, and they're complete. So this really does not need to be kept. I got some interesting gears out of it. I also got the aluminum castings. I mean, I think they're that. We can find out when we melt it down. And the iron bits, well, I'll give those away to a friend who scraps stuff. This project of the TV has been, well, it's going to be its own video, because I can't quite get video signal into it. There's also no sound. So this will be its own video. You get a little taste of it. It'll kind of sit around for a while. I'll make the rest of the box for it. But what we can do is we can use the air compressor that we fixed and blow it out. I've had a few people wanting to buy this air compressor. And my main thing is I just want to use it at least once to blow this out, and then they can have it. So I do like that it works. Neat idea, anyway. I'll just need to figure out maybe where to inject video signal, or which capacitors are bad. Okay, well, I guess that doesn't work. I just sat down and looked it up. These are only about $5 each on Amazon. So I say let's release the pressure. Okay, so we have this diaphragm. I'm glad I cut it there. It was like at the perfect spot. We have this. It hits that. Okay, so, and this is potted in plastic. It's very hot still. Ah, okay, so this is inside there. Oh, okay. Wow, that was... Okay. I didn't realize it would be that fast, but... okay. So that sits there. Okay, so it sits there. And this is the contactor. So it is actually mechanical. That's interesting. Online, people said these are transducers, but looks like they're actually are mechanical. So this little pill goes on through and pushes this away. You can actually see the spot where it sits. And then what hits that little pill-shaped piece is this. You can see the spot on the bottom of that too. When the pressure gets enough, it pops. Takes a lot of pressure to do that. And that is pushed on by the still quite warm diaphragm. Wow, I cut that close. Really close. I should probably save this as a display model because I don't think I'll be able to do that a second time. It's kind of amazing. So we can see that, well, I can't get it out now, but there is rust in there. I don't know if that really plays a part or not. I just noticed there's this in here. Isn't that interesting? This accidentally came off. I couldn't get this to come apart, so I had to take the whole thing off. And it's like an obstruction of some kind. Thing to keep moisture out, maybe? It's a rudimentary valve. I feel like that might play wrongly with the pressure transducer. I just realized, I bet this was put together wrong. This is supposed to go on the side with the air compressor, not the side with the transducer. So the transducer probably worked. Damn it. Yeah, this was probably... Now maybe I mixed it around, but that does not look like something that would be on a pressure valve. That's very dangerous. By this point, I've already deleted the video clips when I first got it from my phone, so I can't check if it was like that. Maybe I just messed it up. I didn't realize that meant there was a valve in there. Clearly, for the compressor side. So that was like a $5 mistake, but a $5 lesson. I'll buy a 2-pack for $10 and I'll hook it up right, and I'll have one left over that I can maybe use for my own air compressor using a refrigeration compressor. Well, now let's get these cleaned up. You know what? Since I actually plan to use this thing, I'm going to get out the 120 grit flap disc. I'm going to clean up each section that I'll end up using. It's probably what they should have done at the factory, to be honest. Battery's dead. Not bad. Because if I'm actually going to be pounding something, I don't want paint or, well, they probably didn't even put Bondo on these, but I don't want paint to be coming up on my thing that I'm hammering. I'll probably hit that over the years more because I want that to be smooth. I don't want it to be such a seam. It's a low quality Anvil, but it's funny. I was in the Southern Illinois Blacksmithing Club for years. Did a lot of blacksmithing, never had an anvil. I always had a full-size train rail on end, and I would, it's a little bigger than this, I would actually do my work on this section right here vertically. It was enough for most things, to be honest, but this is pretty cool. I'm thinking I should probably move my big machinist vise, which is my main vise, excuse me, and put this on the big log that I have. Then I'll make like a really sturdy table out of like railroad ties or something for the actual machinist's vise for when I'm torquing on things. Then the little one, I'll probably sell it to a friend of mine. Probably actually designate a sponge for this. A sponge would be really good. You just need something to move it around, really. I dare say it feels like there's less surface area on this than that. Kind of makes sense though. Since this is going to be sitting on a log, I don't want it rusting up too much more. I know it's not really a concern, but well, you have to be concerned with that a little bit at least. Most important parts are the pieces where I expose the metal though, and also it's a good way to take all of the metal filings off. I still see quite a bit of metal, like rust and stuff like that, but oh well. It's pretty good. You're gonna have that black oxide for a while. Well, I mean, you're gonna have it all the time, really. I was going to swap it out with the Anvil, but now I'm thinking about it. I use this almost twice a week to remove bearings because this gap is very useful for putting a small motor in to this and holding it on there and then tapping it through. So I am actually using this quite a bit right now, but in the future that can go up there if that finds a place somewhere else. That was a pretty nice little garbage day. And whenever I buy the pressure switch, I'll probably make a video on the second channel because every so often I've been putting up little quick videos on the second channel just of how to repair something. And that might be good to do a video talking about, just like a three minute video talking about, there's the valve on the part with the brass fitting and how the pressure switch works and how to replace it. Well, I gotta go do a bunch of work now. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya. Doesn't seem like it works. Nah. Okay. Well, that'll be a gift for my friend Butch. Gave it 2 chances. Now it's dead.